Hey guys, welcome to our channel Shorthand Dictation with Neha. So, start करने से पहले please press the bell icon for more updates. So, we are going to start within a 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Sir, the Essential Commodities Act was passed 5 years ago, and when the minister yesterday came with an amending bill, we expected that he would give us a brief report on working of the measure for the last few years. But unfortunately, we are kept in the dark in regard to safety, extra work of the act and the nature of the difficulties the minister is facing. Sir, as far as I know, many of the provision of the enactment has been observed more in a violent by the agent of the state level. The food minister by the agent at the state level was very earnest, maybe very able and maybe very obnoxious to us, and see that the various provisions of the act are implemented in the most effective of the act are managed as the state level. But unfortunately, his agents of the state level are not equally enthusiastic or equally anxious to observe the provision of the enchantment. The most important objectives of the enchantment are to control the supply and distribution of commodities and to maintain in the stable price level. In regard to both these aspects, I am afraid that the government has failed to realize that the objective in view. Some time past, when there was scarcity of food grains, attempts were made to procurement for certain wholesale merchants and for rice mills. In my own state, I know of many instances of such provision when, after making known that the certain things had to be done and certain steps had to be taken by the merchant community, nothing was done. Later on, the government, when they found that there were order of the government were violent, as the result of the violation of was a consequences rises the price of food grain. In respect of other commodities like for and at the steel paper, we see a lot of speculative activities, but the provision of the act has been brought up to bear on them. Perhaps no case of prosecution was launched against the people was contradictive the various provision of the act. Whenever interested to know in how many cases of the government has taken steps to prosecute individuals who have violated and various selection of the act. The minister said that the power under the act was not able adequate. We sympathize with the food minister, but I want to know what action have been taken to the regard by the various state government. In relation to the amendment provision, I was to know from the minister what would be the difficulty even if a minor offence are taken to the court of law. For instance, the Motor Vehicle Act deal with the various offences, both major and minor, and various minor offences under the act has taken to the court and the people are prosecuted. What is the difficulty in taking these cases of the minor nature to the court of law? There, the people will have some safety that they will get hearing, and if the offense are really offensive, then they would be prosecuted. Otherwise, they will be executed. Here, the minister says that there should be a security deposit if the violation of a particular provision of the enchantment that has executive authority will have the power either to consider a part of the amount or the whole the amount. We are clothing the executive authority with the more power. I do not executive authority to guard giving power to the execution authority, provision they are used properly and effectively. and in a most fair manner, but unfortunately there have been discrimination apart from the effectiveness of the various provision. Whenever these provisions were used, there had been discrimination use of these provision against a few of our favor of a few. Normally, when officers are clothed with the more power, there is a large scope of corruption. I feel that it would be desirable to avoid such manipulation, and there it would be a desirable, I think, that even for minor offense the party should have to change to defend their action. I do not think that the problem of dealing with the minor offense will become complex or complicated. If we take them to court of law, I would reply from the minister in what way we have suffering from a handicap in dealing with minor offense or offenses of technical nature. The honorable member made to the point that even if the things has acceptable to the house of the, they did not know what amount and what would be the demand as security, so the minister should tell us what amount to normally expected from a license in all cases, and what the offences are which are a technical or a minor nature which have been viewed. We are not told with all the major offense and which are not a minor offense. Clarification of these points are necessary. I wish that the act was came into effect long ago was implemented properly. I know that the minister has been a very earnest in implementing it, but courageously at the state level, at the central level, and the disappointment him. Thank you. So, if you have any query, text on a comment box and like, subscribe and share our channel for more updates.